Good morning and welcome to Amazing Coaster Tour. I'm stood here outside the Theatre de Efteling, ready for a fun-filled packed day in Efteling in the Netherlands. Now, this is a park that we've never visited before, so we've got plenty of time today to explore every single avenue. Park is open from 10 AM until 10 PM tonight. So that should be enough time for me and Mrs. H to get everything in. So, in usual fashion, let's go and have some fun. First impressions as you walk into the park is how grand a scale this park is. I think it's billed as the Netherlands Disney World. So expect lots of characters, expect lots of queues, but at the same time it's a park that we've never been to before, so we're really excited to see what Efteling has on offer. And you can just tell just by the grand scale of these building facades here what sort of park we're heading into. Let's go. As we look across the lake here at the front of the park towards the main entrance there, gotta say, very grand main entrance, and then a bit of building work going on there. As you can see, Efteling are building a new hotel right at the front entrance. And then on this lake we got some giant frogs. One over the far end's got a crown on, and then there's three on the outside here. Now in the middle of this lake, it's all set up for a water show, so I'm guessing at some point during the day there'll be a superb water show, maybe later on in the day as part of the park's closing. Not 100% sure, but me and Mrs. H will check it all out, keep ourselves up to date, and then obviously we can arrive here at the right time. So yeah, we've just walked through a lovely woodland area just to get around the other side of the lake, and now the park stems off in two directions. So we're going to take a walk around the park to the right and see what attractions we come across. As you can see in front of me, Doner Kebab place. Lovely. Nice little seating area. Fancy a kebab later, babe? You can have a kebab. And we can sit in the shade and indulge. I've said it many times before, how I appreciate the water feature. But then if we look to our left here, we've got this massive puppet. No idea who he is, but yeah, quite grand, quite large. Guy at the back there controlling him with the strings, and he talks. Good family photo opportunity there. So I think the first attraction that we're going to have a look at today is a Fata Morgana, which is an indoor, well, I don't know if it's indoor or not, but it's a boat ride.
Yeah, I think it's indoor.
It's an indoor boat ride, so we'll have a little look at this. Mrs. H just confirmed. She's in the map, obviously. Got the map. And the queue time doesn't seem to be all that bad. Just a 15-minute wait. So we'll join the queue here. And let's have a look at Fata Morgana. So you've just seen some clips there from the indoor dark boat ride, Fata Morgana, a trip on the seas of the Far East. Yeah, all I gotta say about that is that the animatronics were old. That ride has probably been there since the opening of the park. And at least I can say that Mrs. H got a relaxing boat ride after we didn't get it yesterday when we were at Toverland. So we're just going to come around here into this food court here, grab ourselves a little something to eat, as once again we've skipped breakfast. So yeah, as we walk in here you can see all the different eateries, all the different stalls, and a lot of seating areas. So me and Mrs. H are going to go and grab whatever we can to put in our bellies. These two characters, yeah. The complete madness of the Anderlecht section of the park. So as we walk along here now, we're looking for the entrance to Max and Maurice, which is a family coaster, 2 separate tracks. Choose your ride. We're definitely seeing a busier park today, baby, aren't we? Yeah. Although, has to be said, what a beautiful looking park it is. So here is the entrance to Max and Moritz.
10 minutes.
10-minute wait. Let's give it a go then. Max and Maurice here at Efteling. Classic whoopee cushion organ there. Oh, so much fun that. I guarantee you if those kids weren't on there, I'd be on there making bottom burp noises. I don't think Mrs. H would have been very impressed if I sat there making bottom burp noises with the kids. But, oh well, it's what it is. So here we have Max and Maurice, power coaster, 2 sides. Who do we want to go? Blue or green, baby? Looks like a lot of fun. Let's get you on the ride then. So we're up in a station for Max and Moritz. Mac rides power coaster, and we chose green, which is Moritz. And here comes the train. Here we go, Max and Moritz, and we're on the Moritz line. Quirky little onboard soundtrack. So we just had our little spin there on Max and Moritz. As I said, we chose Moritz, which was the green track. And it was a good little fun coaster, that. Basically, the onboard soundtrack dictates the pace of the ride by the sounds of it. Because the first part, our first circuit, wasn't too intense at all. But for the second circuit, the music started to pick up tempo, and so did the ride. The second lap of the track was a little bit quicker. I'm not saying it's gone, you know, 30-40 miles an hour quicker, but it was a little bit quicker than the first lap that we did, which was good because it all fit into the theming of the ride, the nuttiness of the characters. Actually, now those two characters that we just filmed earlier in the vlog are Max and Moritz, obviously. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Mrs. H enjoyed that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, it's good fun.
I know. It's always good when you're on a powered coaster and you come through the station on the second lap and the kids on the ride are all screaming, got their hands in the air. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Max and Moritz, Efteling in the Netherlands. Oh, we got these like weird and wonderful side shows as we walk around the park. This one, very macabre. And I have no idea what they were saying, but it sounded good. And everyone else around us seemed to be enjoying it, so yeah. Always good to check out all these little side shows, see what they're all about. Ah, there we've got the Piranha Bar there, which ties in with the Raging Rapids ride that they have here, which is actually called Piranha. So we're going to have a little look over here, see if we can get some shots of people getting soaking wet. And let's have a look. There's some water effects here. That's going to get them spitting water. Here comes a boat. Are they going to get soaked? They got lucky. Mrs. H activating the water. Ah, she missed them. She got herself. Oh, that was class. That was silly of you. Yeah, she was pressing the button. She was pressing the button to get people wet, and it spat at her. Here's our first look at Baron 1898. Park's dive coaster. Looked like quite a quick lift hill there. There we go, into the abyss. The big wheel at the top turns as he brings them up the lift hill. Oh no. Oh yes. Whee! Right, so we've just taken our little dive on Baron 1898 B&M dive coaster here at Efteling in the Netherlands, and yeah, it was okay. The story behind the ride is good. You're diving basically searching for the lost gold, which is protected by 3 female ghosts. What more can you ask for? So yeah, there's a couple of pre-shows, and then there's a holding room where the doors open and they allow you then into the cars. What I did like about it was the queuing system. So there were 2 lanes. One was for lane 1, and the other lane then was for rows 2 and 3. And as you got to the end of the queue, they gave you a ticket with instructions on what doors to take, which was really, really good. And obviously we went for the front row, and we had that little hold over the top. Drop is around about 100 foot, nothing major, but it is a nice little head chopper as you go down into the abyss. All the smoke effects hit you, and then you come out and you come into 2 inversions, bit of a helix, a little bit of a bunny hop, and then back into the station. All in all, very comfortable seats, very comfortable ride. Nice little hang time over the edge before the initial drop, and I really enjoyed it, to be fair. Mrs. H, now you used to have a fear of going on the front row of dive coasters. Have you conquered that fear now?
I have conquered it. It doesn't scare me anymore. Actually, I quite enjoy it now. So
there you go. Once you
one.
try it once, then you may try it again. And that is in the case of Mrs. H and her front row on dive coasters. Never used to do it. Now she wants to do it all the time. Baron 1898, Efteling, Netherlands. Very good dive coaster. And there you have another one of these street shows. Really, really good addition to the park. Thoroughly immersing with the crowds. Really, really enjoyed that. So we'll continue our little look around the area of the park named Rouge, right? And in the far corner there, you can see a big pirate ship. Definitely be having a look at that. But you've got this vast plaza here with the stage in front of it. Really, really good for all the guests because they're really, really getting the crowds involved with their performances. And then if we turn around here, we see just through the trees there, the Python. Now this is a Vekoma Mark 1200 roller coaster. It's been here in operation since 1981, but in 2018 it had a complete rework of the track. So one is guessing that it'll be a lot smoother ride than what it was in 2017 prior to the track renovation. So we'll head over towards Python. Currently showing a queue of approximately 20 minutes. Single riders are showing us 10. Maybe I can convince Mrs. H to go in the single rider queue, but probably not, because we need to get that all important POV for you. So yeah, little look to the right there, and through the trees there you can see the wooden roller coaster there as well. So yeah, Python, Vekoma, 2 loops and 2 corkscrews. So let's have a go. What?
Kids all think of the Python, I'm stuck up with it. Right, that train's going past like this right now.
Hij zag dat trappen verwassen, hè? Aber hier. Geh bei diesem Reifen weg. Geh in de bessere Reifen, om de rust op te wassen. Geil, dan moet je dat er einfach raus. Oder die werden nicht sterben hier, sind alles gut runter, ist egal. Da steht so ein Hey, der achtet auf jedes Geräusch da haben, ne? Lijkt me met die hele lijkt me vet.
Slowest lift hill of all time here on Python. Still not quite at the top. This is Python at Efteling in the Netherlands. Just about reaching the top now.
Wahrscheinlich. Get him in the door! Get him!
And that was Python. Sorry I couldn't get the front seat. So, just had a little ride on Python there, the Vekoma MK1200, double loop, double corkscrew. Really enjoyed that. The refit of the track has definitely worked, because that was a really comfortable ride. Dodge some people. Yeah, really comfortable ride. Overhead restraints were really comfortable as well. Mrs. H quite enjoyed that because she didn't have anywhere to bang her head. That's right. That's what you said.
Yeah, nothing to bang my head on.
Nothing to bang her head on.
Really comfortable.
Really comfortable ride. Does what it says on the tin. Double loop, turn the corner into a double corkscrew. But what I will say is that is the slowest lift hill I think I've ever been on. Even when the car reaches the top of the track, it's in slow motion for like a good few seconds. It just doesn't release, and there it goes. So yeah, you come over the top, yeah, down through the first drop into the first loop, into the second loop, turn in, first corkscrew, second corkscrew, and the ride ends with a helix. But it was good fun. And I'm definitely going to ride it again, but this time I'm going to go in the single riders queue because that actually flew by. So yeah, let's do that next time. Single rider. Let's go. So over here we have the water roller coaster, and to our left we have the wooden dueling coaster, Joris on the Jack. But let's keep an eye on this water coaster, see what this does. I want to really see what the splashdown is like. Because that'll make or break it for Mrs. H. If they're getting absolutely drenched, not too bad, to be fair. Not too bad at all. So, let's turn around. Join the queue. Like Joris and the Jack. Wooden roller coaster. Dueling, so we'll probably have to do both sides at some point today, just to get the full experience. But for now, I'm going to go join the queue and give it a go. Joris and the Drac. 30-minute queue. As we intertwine the wooden structure, get some history of the ride here. Don't know what that is, but had 2010 on there, so I'm assuming that's when the ride opened. No, we don't go that way, we go this way. I thought you were going to go up in there. Up the other way then, babe. So we're queuing right in the depths of the coaster itself. And we'll get that all important POV. Quick look in station for Joris and the Jack. Right. Oh yeah. Hey, here we go. We were in the winning car.
Yay.
A very comfortable ride.
I know, I don't know now, compared to Troy yesterday and this one, they're both really comfortable.
This was more comfortable, I think, because I don't think it threw you around as much as Troy. Whereas Troy seemed to have like an amazing amount of pace all the way through, relentless really. This was a shorter.
But really comfortable.
Yeah. Didn't have so many aggressive airtime moments than Troy, I don't think. But yeah, nice little coaster to be fair. So we just took our ride there on Joris Underdrag, and we chose the red section of the roller coaster depicting fire. And we were on fire because we won the race. Yeah! But there you go. Back to the coaster itself. Okay, so it was manufactured by Great Coasters International and installed in 2010. And I gotta be honest, we really enjoyed that, didn't we?
Yeah, it's really good. Really
What I will say, what did you say?
Comfortable.
It was, yeah, just about to say that myself. The actual ride itself, really, really comfortable. Not as aggressive as Troy yesterday when we rode that, because I don't think it has the more intense element. I think that's built more as a family wooden coaster in a way, because there isn't anything that, you know, is gonna make you say, oh my god, you know, it's not throwing you left and right, it's not giving you massive airtime moments, it's just about right, to be fair. And we'll have to do the water side now to see whether we can win another race. What do you reckon? If we get time. As I said, the park is really busy today, so we're just going to have a look over here now, and we're going to see what the queue is like for the water coaster, and get in that queue if it's not too busy, because this queue was absolutely huge earlier on. So I'm hoping we're looking at around about 30 minutes, and it looks that way. De Vliegende Hollander. 30-minute wait. Okay, well, let's go and have a go then.
dat valt mee toch? Wat? Ik heb niks gezegd. Nu wel even bijkomen. Als iedereen is het. Oh, je bent echt nog? Ja. Ja, alleen het eerste stukje. En dat is wel goed dat jij dat zei, van, ja, dat je wel even stopt.
Er zitten twee kanten en nee, aan de andere kant is het niet. Ja, hij is er niet ingegaan. Mooi. Oh, dat komt hij nu. Oh, ik denk al. Kijk, dat is dat. Ja, ja, ja.
Nou, het eerste stukje. Kom maar, ga ja, ja. Weet jij dat ook? Ja.
So we just had a go on a water coaster, the Vliegen, the Holland or water coaster, whatever it's called. We decided to go on the single rider queue because the main queue was quite busy. It's saying 30 minutes, but it looks a lot longer than that. And I think we queued for about 10 minutes on the single rider, and I was fortunate enough to get on the front row. So I've got a full front row POV, and as far as the ride's concerned, I found it a little mysterious at the beginning. Wasn't quite sure what to expect. Were you thinking similar?
Well, funny you should say that, because it is called a mysterious water splash roller coaster.
Check Mrs. H out with her facts. A mysterious water splash roller coaster.
So what you felt was right.
So what I felt was right, and so did Mrs. H. And in fairness, it's a good little fun ride actually. Didn't get wet. Light sprinkling over the front of the boat, just in your face a little. We don't have to head towards the drying machines like you would do on some extreme water rides, but all in all, I really enjoyed that ride. I think we should have done the one in the other park, wasn't it?
Yeah, we didn't do
but that queue was Pulsar, yeah, that queue was
it was a long queue.
Oh, we were talking an hour and a half, and we just needed to dedicate an hour and a half to other things. But as far as that coaster is concerned, I gotta give it a thumbs up. Classic pirate ship. Woohoo! So we're leaving the route Vig area of the park, moving on to the next area. All very pretty around here. Very well maintained park. Definitely a family orientated park. with lots of eateries and lots of places for you to rest your feet as you walk around this behemoth of a park in comparison to what else we've experienced on this tour. Our little legs have done some steps today. Most of them were from the car park to the main entrance. Mrs. H's little leg, she was like, oh my god, this is miles.
It was a long way from the car.
It was. And the worst thought is that when we leave the park, having spent the best part of 12 hours in the park today, we got the same walk back to our car. The one thing that I will need to mention, yeah, is they should really put on some sort of tram, because there's a lot of families that are coming to this park with little ones, and letting them walk probably a good kilometre from where we were parked just seems a little unfair on their little legs, and it definitely would benefit having a tram service to take you from the car park to the front entrance. Now, there was a lot of building work going on at the front entrance, so I'm thinking that maybe that might be something that they are considering. However, at the moment it's one mode of transport only, and that's left foot forward followed by right foot forward. Lovely view onto the lake here. Nice relaxing boat ride. Don't think we're going to do that. And then you've got the pagoda in the sky. I must say, the walks in between areas in this park are really, really nice. Through woodland areas. And then it just brings you out into the next little area, and to our left here is the station for the train. And here comes the train. Look. Pedalo train. Mrs. H likes a train ride, but I don't think she'd enjoy pedaling around the track there. No?
Nothing, but I've got to power it myself.
Oh, nothing that needs powering herself. And we have come across a few of these attractions during this tour, where you have to either self-propel yourself up. Oh, look at these little classic car rides. But that does sound like a train. And there's the train in the distance there, circling the park. A chance for you to put your feet up, relax, and watch the world go by. But yeah, I was just saying about self-powered attractions. There's been quite a lot of them. You either pull yourself up or cycle. But then in the Netherlands, they absolutely love cycling. And who can blame them in such a beautiful, flat country? And there's just a quick glimpse of these self-propelled pedalo trains. Quaint, very quaint. What area of the park are we entering now?
Rise and right.
We are now entering Reizenrijk. Got to check with Mrs. HC because she's got the map, and we're not very good with the pronunciations of the places. So I just got to point out how beautiful this area is. It's just a stunning park. Nice little children's play area there. And around every corner there's a restaurant or somewhere where you can put your feet up and have a rest, have a little snack. And yeah, I really, really am in awe of this park. Look how beautiful that is. A lake with all the greenery, the planting. It's just stunning, absolutely stunning. So get yourself over to the Netherlands and come and visit Efteling. Such a beautiful place. I love it. So we continue our adventure in Reisenreich, and to the right here got a little spinny ride, like little mini pirate ships. And as we swing around, restaurant there, the Casbah, and directly in front of us here is the dark coaster, and to the left, Carnival Festival, which is an indoor dark ride that takes you around the world in 8 minutes. So what we'll do now is go grab ourselves a ride on the indoor dark coaster. Fantastically grand entrance to a ride here. Vogel Rock. The eagle wings. Let's give it a go. Vogel Rock at Efteling in the Netherlands. Giant eagle's egg up there. Climb the stairs. And we come into the main station area. All very grand. That's the one good thing about this park. The theming around this place is absolutely phenomenal. You could tell that a lot of care and attention has been given to everything. And I'm going to say it again, I really, really like this place. Really like this place. So we just had our ride on Vogel Rock, the indoor dark coaster, built by Vekoma, and it was rather dark. There was no point in showing any POV for this particular ride because it was absolutely pitch black, and we couldn't see anything, Mrs. H, could we?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. So yeah, I'll describe it to you. We went up a hill, we did a lot of helix, did a lot more helix, and all that in the dark. So now we're going to have a go at Carnival Festival. 20-minute wait around the world in 8 minutes. I'm getting small world vibes already. Let's have a look, see what it's got to offer. The Harmony de Quackers. Mrs. H having a dance. All very colourful in here. Definitely a dance along soundtrack as well. Mrs. H is bobbing her head. Hey! Italy. Let's follow the fun. So we just had a little spin on Carnival Festival. 8 minutes around the world. And I gotta be honest, and I think Mrs. H will agree, we enjoyed that a lot better than Small World in Disney World. Gotta say though, the soundtrack in there was fantastic.
Bit catchy.
It was a catchy tune, and as we entered each and every area and each and every country, the tune changed to the beat of that nation's music, which was really, really clever. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Carnival Festival. Have a look at the highlights. So we're now in the summer beach party, and we got a little bit of a show going on here with the Red Noses Beach Boys.
Onze toerbus, maar eigenlijk check. Onze toerbus, maar eigenlijk 1000 toerbus. Ik
place. Kate's Turnbull. We are the Red Noses Boogie Boys. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She walks like a model. She grants my wishes like a genie in a bottle. Yeah, yeah, and I'm a wizard of love, and I've got the magic wand. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really. Whoa, whoa, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
So we're now in the area of the park named Merrick. I think I pronounced that correctly. You got some classic rides in here. You got your swings. Got your little up and over merry-go-round. Little cars there. Lots of eateries in this area, including my favourite, waffles. Love a waffle. If we pan around, you can see how this area of the park has been dedicated to the history of Efteling with the classic rides. And just over there is the Efteling Museum, and in there is a history of the park throughout the decades, and really interesting to see some of the rides that were in operation in the 60s and beyond, obviously. And there's even a track section from the old Python, which dated from 1981 to 2018. So 37 years of history, piece of the track there, saving that for all time. And you got like a little quirky monorail up there, looks like they're in shells. Yeah, this is the area of the park called Merrick. Look at this pipe organ. Toot toot. Quirky. Everything about this park is quirky. And then you got this little monorail ride that goes around the village. Don't worry. Mrs. H has just spotted a mouse. No, literally a real mouse, not a character like Mickey or Minnie. A real mouse has just run across the path in front of her. She thought it was a rat, but it's a mouse. So she hid behind me as we walked past. Don't like rodents, do you?
No.
No, it's good. Good job. Good job. My name's not Roland Rat, then, isn't it? Ooh, let's cross this little. Go across this little bridge, yeah. Oh, oh, ooh, ooh. That was good fun. Kids weren't too impressed with us acting like little children, but there you go. When you're in a magical world, you want to act like a child, and that's exactly how we feel in here. Feel like little children walking around a magical kingdom. Not actually Magic Kingdom, because that's in Disney World in Florida. We're in Efteling in the Netherlands. Gotta remember that. But there is so much similarity to the way that this park operates. From the moment you drive into the park to all the areas that you explore. Really, really is a good place. The magical creatures swinging in the swings. And now we're going to head into a Droomvlucht, which is a dark ride into a dream world. So let's go and have a look. 40-minute wait. Keeps us out of the rain anyway. Heavens have opened slightly here today. Still nice and warm. So here we are, the entrance to Droomvlucht. So we're just going to have a little look in this attraction, Symbolica, and just rising above it to the left you can see the aerial pagoda. Let's get a little look at what we've got inside this building then. So we've just had our little ride on Symbolica, a trackless dark ride full of mythical and magical creatures. Can't really describe it, to be honest. How would you describe it, Mrs. H?
Well, that's what you said, magical, colourful.
Yeah, it was very colourful, very enjoyable. Efteling's most recent and biggest project, I think, to date, costing about 35 million euros. Yeah, we've been on some trackless dark rides in the past, and we know what to expect from them, and this was no different. It was a lovely little journey through the castle. Yeah, Symbolica. So as we make our way out of Efteling, we've had a fantastic day here. I can best describe this park as fantasy, mysterious, fairy tale. The list could go on, but what you do experience here is a mix of the old and the new, and such a beautiful set out park. It really, really does do itself justice, and it is a big park. So if you do come to Efteling, be sure to do a lot of walking. Now the reason that we're doing this wrap up on the way to the exit of the park is because we have approximately 1 kilometre to get to our car. And that is the only downside that I can find to this park, is that there should be some form of transportation bringing the guests from the car park. The car park is huge, and like all other big parks, like the Disney parks, etc., they always put on transportation for the guests to get from the car into the park. And that is my only gripe with this park at all. Other than that, it is absolutely out of this world. We've had some wonderful experiences, some quirkiness, we've had thrill rides, you know, it's got everything. So if you want to come to Efteling and you don't want to be rushed in one day, then I suggest that you come here for 2 and spread it over the 2 days, because the park is that vast. You may not get everything in one day, especially if you've got young children, because there's a lot of stop-start around the park. But me and Mrs. H, we managed to get everything in today, so I'm just going to go into the merchandise store here and we'll quickly have a look at the merchandise and see what we've got on offer. I know that Mrs. H is actually looking for a Christmas decoration, so we'll have a little stroll around the shop here, check out some of the merch. But as you can see, the merchandise here is all geared towards the children. Mrs. H has just returned. You've not located a Christmas decoration?
Not located a Christmas decoration
Oh
yet.
no. Anyway, as you can see, lots of soft toys, lots of swords and
Ja.
wands and
De vorige keer met inkt is gebeurd.
knights in shining armour. Just everything is all geared up to fantasy. There's not a lot here branded for the rides themselves, and there's not a lot of
There were mugs and that, don't there?
yeah, but what type of
Kids
mug?
stuff. Or different mugs.
Okay, alright, so you can get Efteling, Monopoly. There's a lot of toys and that in this store. So we'll just make our way out. Unfortunately, Mrs. H is not going to get her Christmas decoration. Oh, look how sad she is. It's a bit busy.
Very busy.
Coming to the end of
Everybody's coming in
the
that
park,
shop as
yeah.
they're leaving.
So if I just flip this around. So we're going to make our way now towards the car. And that just leaves me with one final thought. This place is just massive. So on that last thought, this is amazing coaster tour. We're still supporting dementia with every lift hill that we climb. So if you want to, please subscribe. And if you're in a position to, please donate to our good cause as we try to help families who are dealing with and coping with dementia. So, from Efteling in the Netherlands, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Mrs. H. We'll see you back in the UK, our final park of our mini European tour. Have a good evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your night.